I have heard that people are so impressed with Claude that they are thinking of marrying Claude altogether. Now, how can you make the screens? One of the best ways over here is to sketch. Okay, like you have the options to sketch. You can also like make the basic screens on the Figma and then take the screenshot of that, put it over here. So you can
Perfect.
do all
So
the. While I was doing this thing, my credits were finished. And that's what happens. Okay, so this is one of like the limitations of Claude. Also, like the credits are limited. So again, what is the UX story behind it? You'll have to see the other video. Please let me know in the comments if you want the UX video. I guess I'm just making a kind of teaser of the UX video. AI has like one of these issues that it will fuck up one or the two minor things over there. It was just Claude. It made the design system, it made the screens, it made changes according to my prompts, and finally it made the prototype, and it is completely ready to be given for the design handoff to the developers. But now there comes like a very interesting debate that product managers often ask, why do I even need a designer now? Because I have Claude, I can do everything with the Claude. Interesting. Now my answer to this is very clear that hey, hi everyone. So, Claude, AI, design, all of this has been a pretty big buzzword for a pretty long time. People have been using AI for different things. And I just thought, let me just find out some time. Let me understand Claude design. Let me understand what exactly is the application of it. So, I thought, let me just experiment on something. So, I had got one assignment from other companies and they had given me a task to complete. And I thought, let's just use Claude entirely in this thing. So I used it. I made the entire detailed design system. You can just have a look at it over here. I've used colors, semantics, radius. Almost everything is defined in this design system in the Cloud design. And using this, I have made a completely workable prototype now. So if you can just see over here, I can choose. So basically, the task is to make a travel card for one of the person who is going for the business from the company, and you can add all the required details over here. You can choose as many options as you want. There obviously is like a entire UX which goes behind it. This entire video is just going to be about how I utilize design system or the UI part of it. The UX part of it can maybe be discussed in some other video. If you really want to know about the UX part of this video as well, please let me know about that in the comment section. I'll definitely make the part 2 of it where I'll only talk about the UX of it. But cool, so you use this and that's it, you're done. You have your travel card issued. And I did not use Figma at all over here. It was just Claude. It made the design system, it made the screens, it made changes according to my prompts, and finally it made the prototype, and it is completely ready to be given for the design handoff to the developers. So that is all that this video is gonna be about. So stay tuned and let's just start with it. Okay, so let's just get started with the entire process. So first of all, let me tell you what exactly the problem statement was. I was supposed to make like a travel card experience right from while we are making it to the point when the person is using it. So travel card is basically issued to the employees when they are going for any business trip. Any of the companies issues that, and then those cards are given to the people when they go on the business trip. They use those cards for the payments for any kind of thing, which can be hotels, flights, food, and all of these things. So the assignment was basically on that. So we had already done like the basic research. We had done like the double diamond process that we follow, which is diverging on the problem, then converging on the problem, then again diverging on the solution, converging on solution, doing the effort to impact analysis. So like that is exactly like the UX part of it, which we can discuss in the other video. But over here, let's just discuss about the UI. So if you see over here, after doing all of those things, I just told it like, can you generate some screens for me? And I just gave it like the vague terms like visually look modern and then like stylish premium app. It should look sleek. So like again, very vague words for the start, I would say. But like it just made like the very first version of it for me. And if you see it over here, this is the screen that it had created. I won't say very bad, obviously very good for the start, but I was personally not very satisfied with it. So I just told it like, can we just work a little bit more on it? Can we just make like a lighter version of it? I do not personally feel that the dark version will be good initially, considering the accessibility in the fintech apps. So this was like my take on it. So after that, it just made like the first light version of it. So this is the one that you can see over here. This was kind of finalized by me, but again there were many changes that we were supposed to make in the entire UX and all that. So but UI wise, I would say I was pretty much satisfied for the start of it. Cool. So once I had done all the what do you say, fixing and all of the improvements in the entire design system, considering the accessibility, considering the colors, considering the contrast, typography, borders, components that we need to include, variants that we need to include, I just finally asked it, can you just give me the entire design system in form of HTML file? Okay, so you can see it over here. I finally got the design system. It has all the details, even like it mentions like what is the AA rating or the AAA rating of this particular, which is like the accessibility, WCAG accessibility. It also has like all the typography. You can see like everything is mentioned in this particular design system. So this was a very good start for me. But now I need to put it into the Claude Design and make a design system over there. So now we'll come to the part where we will be using Figma. I remember that I said in the start that we won't be using Figma at all, but this is the only time when I used Figma. And to be honest, it was not important, but there is a reason why I used it. I'll tell you about that in the later part of the video. So for now, what we can do, we'll just open the Figma, and you remember we downloaded the HTML file of the design system. So over here, we'll go to the plugins, and there is a plugin which is HTML to design by Dev riots, so however you pronounce it. So you can just use that. You can see over here there are different things that you can use. You can either use the web link extension files. For now we have the HTML file, so we'll use this. We'll use the browse, and so we'll choose this. And over here you can actually choose what all do you want. Like you want to use a auto layout, yes we want. We need to use the styles and variables, yes. Do we need to use the existing local styles, yes. Hover effect, again it's optional if you want to use it. I did not use it. And HTML layers name, yes, so you can proceed with it. I would not, because I already have, and you can see I have only 2 free imports left for the next 9 days, so I'm not going to waste it for now just for this video because I have already used it. So this is how it becomes over here. You'll have the design system entirely in your Figma, and it has everything over here: buttons, input fields, toggles, pills, tags. I won't say that still it is still complete. There might be still some of the cases which are left, which we'll refine later on. I'll tell you where we'll refine it. Okay, so nice. Now we will open the Claude Design. For the first time, we are opening the Claude Design over here. So over here, if you see, there is a Claude Design, and from here, I've already made the design system. But like for the sake of this video, I'll show you again. So you open this design system section, go to create, and over here you can name your project. Over here, it's Qashio. And now this is where I said that it is very important that you need to have a Figma file, and why I used Figma for a moment, because I did not have the like the GitHub. I did not have any code in my computer, so the only thing for me left was the .fig file. So that is why I put it into the Figma just to get the Figma file. Now over here you see, we'll just click on this .fig file, we'll browse, we'll find the Figma file that we have, .fig file, and then attach. Now we will continue to generation. Now after this, the entire generation will start. Claude will take up some time. Like you can just like it even says that just leave it for 5 to 10 minutes. You can come back after that. Cool. So after 5 minutes we are back, and you can see over here the basic design system is already created. It is the draft. You can see almost everything over here, like what are the font families, what are the scales that we are using, and then after that buttons, inputs, everything is over here. But now we just need to review everything. Okay, and now there is like looks good and the neat works part. So let's say we want still some of the changes in it. So I had seen that in my design system, there was some of the fill that I had given to the AED part, which is the currency part of the input field. So I saw that in the design system they had not put it. So now I am going to fix it. I'll take the screenshot of it. I'll go to the Claude Design, and I'll mention that, see, you have not put the fill like it is on the design system. And after giving the prompt, I'll just submit it. Okay. Okay, perfect. We have given like the first iteration of changes, and after the changes, you will see that it has actually fixed those things pretty good. And it just looks and goes into like this needs review part, and you can see like it has already fixed all of those things. It has also added like the currency changer part also, which I had mentioned in the past. Over here, I'll just give it another fix that I forgot in the past, that we would actually need some more states of this particular input fields as well, because there will be some of the cases of typing how would it look in the default state, how would it look in the error state. So maybe those things also need to be added. So now I'll give it like a detailed prompt of that. So see, these are the things that I want. And till then, while it is taking some time, we can just review other components as well. This one looks good. We'll move to the banners. These also look good. Okay, so we'll go to the looks good. Then is the avatar parts. Largely, yeah, it also good. And then employee row, yeah, this is also good. Cool, so we are back with the updates of the second fix, which was about the other states of the input field. So yes, as you can see over here, it has mentioned the inactive typing field disabled error for all the cases. It has also mentioned that if I have to ever change the currency, what to do. The phone number state is also taken care of. So it has fixed almost all the things that I wanted it to fix. Okay, so finally, after all the reviews, looks good, need review, I have taken care of the entire design system. According to me, no other thing needs to be fixed right now. So finally, we have our design system ready, and now we'll get on to making the screens from it. Now, how can you make the screens? One of the best ways over here is to sketch. Okay, like you have the options to sketch. You can also like make the basic screens on the Figma and then take the screenshot of that, put it over here. So you can do all that also. This is what I had done. We had done like the initial iteration with the a Claude only to make the initial screens, making the changes and all that. But that was not over here. So I just put the screenshot of that design which was created over here. Again, like what all was the UX behind it? Why have I put it all of these things over here? Again, this is the point for the next video. If you want to know again about the UX story of this entire thing, please let me know about it in the comment section. I'll make the next part of this video. Cool. So this is over here, and I've just told him that I have made this design, and please make sure that the padding and the spacing and all of these things are taken care of. This is 16 pixel from the left and right, 12 pixel from top and bottom. Perfect. So while I was doing this thing, my credits were finished, and that's what happens. Okay, so this is one of like the limitations of Claude also, like the credits are limited. So again, I would say that for now maybe it cannot beat the designers and like the Figma for now, but like again, as we go in the longer and maybe this issue will also be fixed. But again, let's get back to the thing. I actually made the final designs, and this is over here. This is the final design used, and I thought let me just check the spacing of it. I go to the inspects, and over here you can see like I can use all the paddings and all, check all the paddings. But I actually observe one thing, that at some places it is also using 13 pixel, and at some places if you see 9 pixel also. What else can we see? 15 pixel also. Now this was not something which I had put in my design system. In my design system it was 14, 16 pixel, 20 pixel, but there was no 13 or 15 pixel. So at the first iteration it did not take care of those things. So now I'll fix those designs with this prompt. I'll just say, I see you have used the 13 to 15 pixel. We do not have these sizes in the design system. Please strictly align with our design system. Use 12 for 13 and 14 for 15. I just gave it that particular prompt. One more thing along with this was that the logos were also needed to be fixed. So it had asked me to add the assets of that, because that is how also things happen with the developers. So I asked him like how to add the assets, what exactly is the process that I can follow. So it just told me that you can use the logo and name it in this way, and use SVG or PNG in end of that. So I came to Figma again, one more time that I'm using Figma. You can see over here that I use my logos, I name it in a certain way as it has mentioned, like the smaller ones and dash and then the name, and then I export it as PNG. And then I again come back to the Claude Design. Over here I'll go back to the assets, and over here there's only the logo asset for now, but I'll just upload the other assets as well. And I just gave the command that I've uploaded, can you update the screens accordingly. Okay, so this part is also done. I can see the new logo over here for the Marina Bay Sand and also for the Emirates Skyward. So it is also updated. So in case you want to add the assets, you can do that as well. Perfect, perfect. So for now, this first screen is correct according to me, like the spacing wise, design system wise, assets are added. So for me, this screen is perfect. Now, since we have already created one screen, let's just make some other screens as well over here. I have already created the desktop version of it. I've shown you in the past, but now over here from the scratch, I'll make one of the prototypes for the mobile also. So how to do that? So you can see over here I've already given it like a very detailed prompt of it, that let's say the user is on the screen, this is the transaction screen, and over here they just need to add the receipt of the transaction that they have made, because this was not approved by the team because it was out of the pocket thing. Okay, again, what is the UX story behind it? You'll have to see the other video. Please let me know in the comments if you want the UX video. I guess I'm just making a kind of teaser of the UX video of it, but yeah, cool, just let me know in the comments if you want the UX video. But yeah, if they want to add the receipt, what exactly should happen? So I've just mentioned the scenario of it. The user can actually click on the upload from the phone, and from there will be two options for them. Like, first one is to open the camera, and one will be from the gallery. And if they click on the camera, what will happen? If they will open the gallery, what will happen? What all are the options that they should see on that screen? So all of that has been mentioned detailed over here. And after that, finally, when they click on the upload, what screen will we see, which section should be changed, and either I can use the sketches, or I've just simply used the text over here to explain it this thing. Once I've given the prompt, I send it. Perfect, perfect. So finally we have the results with us. You can see over here it has made all the changes, it has given all like the screens, and in addition I'd also added some of the assets of the bottom nav icons as well in the meanwhile. Okay, because that was not correct in the past. So I made the screens, but you can see over here that the first screen now it has fucked up. The first screen, this component of the Marina Bay Sands, it is looking half. Okay, so this is generally what Claude also does. Like, if it will, AI has like one of these issues that it will fuck up one or the two minor things over here. But again, let's just see how the functionality is working. I click on the upload receipt, I go to the camera. Okay, so they have made this. I click the photo, I upload, done. Okay, now if I have to re-upload, I'll just also show you what gallery one looks like. Gallery, okay, and I upload. Perfect, perfect. So in the end, you'll see like this Marina Bay Sands part is looking good, but the rest of the things are not looking good. So I'll have to let it know that, see, this part is fucked up. Okay, so what I have done is that I've just taken the screenshot of that, and I just ask him like, why does the Marina Bay Sand component looks like half cut in the first screen? Fix it and make it the way it is in the other screen. Okay, so finally, interestingly, this Claude has understood what was the issue, and finally you can see like this. This is the final workable prototype. Click the photo, upload it, and then let's say if we have to re-upload, we go to the gallery, we choose it from the gallery, and yes, upload, done, done. So this is our final prototype. Okay, so now we have all the screens ready, prototype is ready. This is all like obviously like just one part of it which is finished right now. Obviously, like for the final projects we have like a very huge amount of screens, but let's say if you for one sprint you just need to give this, you have the final screens, prototypes, everything ready. But now how to give it to your developers? So we do not need to do it in the traditional way, which used to be like the Figma handoff and all of those things. Simply we have all the things over here. We can just give the access of it to the developers. They have the HTML file of it, they have all the assets, they have like the CSS, everything over here. So I even asked Claude like, how do I give it to the developer? So it has given me like the detailed part of it. I just need to give this particular files like this access and all that. It can also do, we can also do it through Figma, but like again it's like a unnecessary thing to do. So it also told me that it can give me like the downloadable zip file of it, or like a developer handoff package. So again, you do not need to worry about that. All of that thing will be taken care of. So perfect, perfect, we are done. We have almost everything with us now. Again, just giving you like a overall of the things. We have the design system, almost everything is over here. And it's not that you cannot change the design system. You can still change the design system whenever you want. If you need to make it coherent, if you need to add any other component, if you want to brainstorm with the Claude, like should you even do it or not, you can do that. And then you have like the design files over here, assets, fonts. Over here, like you can go to the screens, and in the screens we have like the transaction HTML. We also have like the receipt upload flow. So you just simply need to come here, you need to use the flow, and it all remains the same as we have already done. This is how interesting Claude Design has made things. I would say that things have changed a lot. Again, people would be using Figma, and there are still some other things that I need to figure out with Claude. It has just been a few weeks that I've been working with it in this thing. But now there comes like a very interesting debate that Product managers often ask, why do I even need a designer now? Because I have Claude. I can do everything with the Claude. Interesting, interesting. Now my answer to this is very clear that if you saw the entire process over here, right? There were a lot of changes that we had to suggest to the cloud, which were not just UX type but also US UI side. That okay, so spacing and all needs to be fixed, accessibility needs to be taken care of, and the screen should look like this. These should be the assets to you. These are the things. Now, if you are a PM and you can do all of this, yes, I would completely say that you do not need a designer. But if you cannot do all of this, because since you do not have the experience of the designer or the critical thinking, research skills, or like the empathy skills, because this was just the UI part, but the UX part also needed the whole kind of research thing, which again, if you want the UX part, please let me know in the comments so I can make the UX part also. But the debate comes on to that this is just a tool. This has just made the things easier for you. Now, do you need a designer as a PM? Yes, you still need a designer, because all of these things can very easily be done by a designer, because you need to critically challenge Claude all the time for whatever the steps that they have taken. But if you have always considered your designer to be just a Figma operator, maybe no. Now you do not need that designer, because designer anyway was never a Figma operator. Because if they ever felt that they are a Figma operator, then I guess that was the issue all the time. Cool. But yeah, again, this is a new era of AI. This is a new era of Claude. I am actually loving it. I am really enjoying it, because this has actually increased my productivity to a very huge level. I can make a lot of things with Claude now, and I will be making some more videos around Claude AI. Do let me know what is the next topic that you want to cover in the Claude. How are you using Claude? Please let me know about that. And how has your experience with been with Claude? I have heard that people are so impressed with Claude that they are thinking of marrying Claude altogether, or dating Claude. But yeah, again, we are getting into like the dystopian world of Black Mirror and all that. But yeah, cool. That is all this video is about. If you like this video, please let me know about that in the comments. Please share it with the people and hit the like button, and please subscribe to the channel. I've also already posted some more videos. This is kind of like a different video from the other videos that I've posted, because in other videos I'm sharing like what are the design secrets and all of those things in the shorts, but this one is more of like an informative way of Claude and AI. So please do let me know how did you like it. Please share it with other people. That's all, and I hope that you have a nice day.